Hello everyone, welcome back to Snapbolt, and I am excited to bring you another vintage cube draft, probably my favorite format to play. And we got a sweet one. We got an easy slam Mox Emerald here. Um, I love opening a Mox, as does everyone else, especially early on. We'll just stay open, but I pretty much take power over almost anything. Uh, Soul Ring, Black Lotus, Ancestral, those are the top picks, and then all the Moxes after that. The green Mox is totally fine. If this wasn't here, Dak Faden would probably be my next pick. Dak is insanely strong, especially in Vintage Cube where you can take artifacts. But it's just a strong card in general. But yeah, we'll take the Mox and be happy with it. So there's some options here. There's some strong cards in like Mystic Confluence, Celestial Colonnade. Don't think I'm gonna take Port this early. There is even Green Sun Zenith. I don't think I want to take that. Lodestone Golem, I'm actually a huge fan of. I think it's worse than these other two cards, but it is an artifact that goes really well with Mox Emerald. I think probably Mystic Confluence or even like more likely Colonnade is the correct pick. But I've drafted Blue Control so many times, and I think I'd like to try to switch it up and maybe be the artifact deck. I think I'm just going to take Lodestone Golem and just try to go down that route. Again, I think the correct pick to try to get the best deck would probably be Colonnade here, but I'm going to take Lodestone Golem and see where that takes me. Alright, well of course we just get past a Fairy, which I would just probably slam to Fairy, follow up to Lodestone Golem, but here I think I'll just take Shelldock. That might even be the pick anyway. Even if we took Colonnade, it might be right just to take Shelldock. This card's insane. I think it's still underrated. I've gotten, like really late 7th to 8th pick Shelldocks. Whereas if you can activate it, it's like so powerful just to cast a random spell from your deck for 1 mana. And then there's some combos with it where I've seen somebody go Brainstorm and then they played a Shelldock and then they cast Emberpool. So they Brainstorm, put back Emberpool, and then cast it, which is a pretty sick combo. But yeah, we'll just take the Shelldock and be happy with it. Man, these packs are seeming like they're pretty good. I mean, in this pack still, 4th pick, there's Path, Elesh, Grave Titan, Treachery. I think it's between all those. And I think I'm just going to take Treachery. This card's just insane. I just love Treachery. After that, I might take Elesh, but let's go Treachery. Man, just Plow? God, our blue-white control deck would have been so sick. But we didn't go that route. So I could take Karn, which is good in an artifact deck, but so is Batterskull. I think I'm just going to take Batterskull over Karn. It's close, but I'm going to take the actual artifact, and I think this card can help win the game more easily. Alright, I'll take a Force Negation here. This is pretty easy. We have a Treachery, we have a blue land that's really powerful, so taking another really strong blue card is good. There's nothing else I would even really consider. Maybe Monastery Mentor there, but even that I don't think so. Alright, there's Thing in the Ice, which I actually hate in Cube. But I'm just going to take a Marsh Flats. If we just get, if we want to be blue plus another color, and this could help us find duels potentially. There's nothing else here that's really calling to me, so it's an easy Marsh Flats. I could take a Night's Whisper, a Vivian, I could even take a Land Tax, or a Concealed Courtyard. I think I'm just going to take the land. I have a Marsh Flats, so, these blue cards may not even work out, but having 2 black and white lands seems good to me. And these other cards aren't really pulling me down a specific path. I guess I take Dismember because that's the card I can play in any deck, and it's probably just the strongest card here. think it's a pretty easy dismember. Yeah, now I'll just take the port. I'm a big fan of port. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Right, there's a Kaya, which actually isn't. I found it's not bad because the -1 exile target non-land permanent with converted cost 1 or less ability is actually pretty strong. Could take a Blooming Marsh though. I'll just take a Kaya here. I'm unsure about that one. And now a Go for the Throat and a solid removal spell, I think, or a Rakdos Return. I'm just gonna take the Go for the Throat. We may end up just being like Esper. The Raven does make an artifact, but I guess so does Factory. I'll just take Factory. I don't want Serenity. Alright, not the strongest start. I mean, again, if we had just gone into Blue-White, I think our deck would be pretty insane right now, but we didn't. Manatithe, I mean, I'm a fan of Manatithe. I probably value it a little too highly, but you can get people. But yeah, if we had gone into Blue-White control, I think our deck would be pretty insane. I still think our deck's fine. We're pretty open at this point, so we'll see where we go. There's some good cards here. There is Memory Jar, which I'm kind of inclined just to take. I do like Bribery. Don't think I want to take Nahiri. I mean, Bribery is pretty good, but I think Memory Jar is too. We could just be doing some insane stuff. You know, I think I'm going to try the Memory Jar and see where that takes us. There's also an Emery. Emery seems pretty strong. Didn't see the Emery at first. I don't really want to take Sword. Fatal Push is strong. Maybe Memory Jar is not where we want to be, but I'm going to try it. I think the Emery might wheel as well. Alright. We also have just 2 mediocre white cards as well, so we don't have to be white either. There's an opposition, we have like basically no creatures. We have a Lodestone Golem right now. It's a Jace Beleren. Riftwing Cloudskate. I think I like the Jace Beleren. Don't really need the Geist, I don't think. Riftwing's not bad, but yeah, I'll just take Jace. I'm a fan of Jace. Yeah, it's a pretty easy walking ballista here, I think. Seems like where we want to be. We're not really seeing any signets and stuff coming around, which is interesting. But yeah, I like ballista a lot. There's Forge Master, which honestly might even wheel. I don't like Oblivion Stone really. Disenchant is strong though. I could take the Disenchant. The Bloodstained Mire isn't good for us yet, although it could be. Actually, I think I just talked myself into it. We already have 1 black fetch, so if I take Bloodstained Mire, any other black duel that's black-white or blue-black just helps our mana so much that I think it's worth taking this, and then hopefully wheel the Disenchant or the Forge Master out of this pack. So yeah, let's go with Bloodstained Mire. Fetches are just so good. Alright, there's Stonecoil Serpent, Gonti, which is pretty impressive. There's a Gideon, although the Gideon is double white. I think double white is fine. I mean, these blue cards are looking pretty sketchy at the moment. I mean, there's also a Sphinx's Rev. I didn't see that at first. Nope. I've been really impressed with Gonti. I think I'm just going to take it and just and just see what happens. Karakas, another just underrated card. You just really want to value the lands highly because you're gonna get plenty of playables. Most of the cards in here are pretty good, and so having like strong lands plus strong cards just makes your deck really strong. I think that's a pretty easy Karakas. Karakas just wins games on its own sometimes. There's a Vamp Tutor. There's also Urza. So right now we can Vamp Tutor just for like one of our big things. So I think it's between Vamp Tutor, Urza, and Treasure Cruise. All of them seem pretty good. I usually don't like the tutors that you put stuff on top, but I'm gonna try the Vamp Tutor here. Depending on what else we get, could be really strong. Dual Wind, but not the one we want. Sphinx of the Steel Wind would be good, especially if with the Forge Master, but I'm going to take the Stone Forge. It's not close. We already have Batterskull, so this actually helps our deck come together a lot better. We could still not be blue at this point, because we only have the 3 blue cards. Oops, 3 blue cards plus a Shelldock, so essentially 4 blue cards. And we have, I guess, about the same black and white, but our blue mana is not good yet. Ooh, but now I can take Emery, start casting artifacts from the graveyard. Seems pretty sweet. I think it seems better than Gideon to me, or like anything else. I thought that Emery would wheel, so yeah, let's take Emery. Let's fix our curve a little bit. Hopefully it'll be more something like this. So I can take a Sword of Light and Shadow because I have a Stone Forge. I guess this is pretty decent, at least having the board, better than like Revoker or Looter. Let's just do that. I don't think I'm playing any of these cards. Alright, Forge Master came around, so now if we get another... We don't really have even that many artifacts right now. That's the problem. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a lot of them are kind of expensive. But I don't want these other cards. I'll still take a Forge Master. Maybe we'll play it, maybe we won't. Armageddon, sure. Flicker Wisp, I mean, it's actually not terrible. And there's a Black Lotus and Mana Drain. Wow. This pack is stacked. Black Lotus, Mana Drain, Volcanic Island, Ancestral Vision, Imperial Seal is even decent. So now I'm so happy I went with the Vamp, because now I can just Vamp for Black Lotus and just have it like that much more often. So our deck's pretty powerful now, because we have Mox Emerald, Black Lotus, Memory Jar, Emery. Yeah, this is pretty sick. This Armageddon might not be making the cut, but yeah, Mana Drain's insane, but obviously slamming Black Lotus here. And there's Scrubland. Trinket Mage is also great. It finds our Mox Emerald or Black Lotus. Oh wow, there's also Watery Grave. I didn't see the Watery Grave at first. I think our black and white is actually more important. We do have a black-white land and a black-white fetch already. So maybe taking the Watery Grave is better. A blue-black land. I think it actually is. Hopefully wheel the Scrubland. I think the Watery Grave is actually less likely to wheel than the Scrubland as well. Alright, let's do it. Definitely taking land there. Wow. No respect for library. People, come on. The 3rd pick library. I mean, I have gotten an 8th pick library, which I think is just 100% wrong. Wow. And Tinker. I'm just going to take library. I don't have a big threat to tinker into yet, and even if I did, I still think library is the pick. I think library is honestly one of the best cards in the cube. When you have it in your opening hand, for so many decks, it can just be incredibly hard to beat. I've played library a bunch, and I think with library in my opening hand, I've only lost like 1 game that I can recall. you pretty much like it's just so hard to overcome that card advantage. All right, now I think I take Jit. I do love Thran Dynamo, but I already have Stoneforge, so I think it's a pretty easy Jit. This deck has really like looked to be like coming together here in this last pack. All right, let's take Jit. Now what? I think this might be our first like sort of miss here. The only cards we can potentially play are like Angel, Baral, Cabal Ritual. We just can't really cast anything else. We have a Razor Verge. I thought we had one more green land, but I guess not. Because I was gonna say we could even just like splash another color, but our mana's already gonna be pretty bad. I'll take an Angel of Sanctions, but may not play it. That was definitely a miss there. I think I just take a Porcelain Legionnaire. It can just hold equipment. It's a cheap artifact. I think I like that over taking like a removal spell and Banishing Light. Sun Titan just a little too expensive. We have plenty of other stuff to do. This can get out for now. Angel's fine. Let's just take a Legionnaire though. It just helps our curve. It's just a threat we can cast early that can hold equipment. Yeah, that's an easy Darkslick here. Obviously, with the Darkslick, it would have been nice to take the Scrubland, but I'm hoping we will the Scrubland regardless. So yeah, let's take Darkslick. Now we can just be Esper, pretty solidly Esper at this point. It's a pretty late Cradle. There's also Enlightened Tutor, which gets most of our stuff. Like it's like almost like a Vampiric Tutor because it can also get Black Lotus. I don't think I really want Kozilek. I mean, Bargain's not bad, but let's just go Vamp Tutor plus Enlightened Tutor and just like try to have Black Lotus as much as possible. And just do like broken stuff with that, like Black Lotus, Memory Jar, and go off. Our deck is a little conflicted just because we're like a Stoneforge deck, and then we're also like this weird like deck doing a couple other random things, but oh man, I don't think we can even play this Force Negation. We might just maybe even just like splash blue for like Shelldock and a couple other blue cards, but I think I want just the Blade Splicer over either Wrath or Downfall here, just because it holds equipment. Don't really think this deck can play Wishclaw Talisman actually, but Academy Ruins might be better than like Port or Factory, so I'll take it here. Wow, and there's a Tinker. I mean, we can Tinker for Memory Jar. There's also Tezzeret. We can also just Tinker for Batterskull. I mean, it's fine. Tinker is just so good. I can't believe that Tinker wheeled. What is, like, what? What is happening? So we can activate Soulfire Grandmaster. I don't think I want gifts. Could take Condemn, but I'll just take a Soulfire. At least it's a 2-mana 2/2 lifelink for the board. Worst case. Okay. Now we have to figure out how to build this deck. This is actually not that easy. I just don't think we have enough blue cards for this Force of Negation. I mean, we could always just cast it, but we literally like have only 4 other blue cards. I think we're going to splash this Shelldock regardless. Okay, let's see. Let's put stuff for how much it actually costs. This probably costs like 2. We'll just put it there. I think I'm taking this Force Negation out. I can't play all these colorless lands either. Don't think I can play Factory or Port. But I think Academy Ruins actually does seem good. Just putting back like Ballista or Jar or even Lodestone Golem or Batterskull seems like a pretty good way to win. Definitely want to play Vamp Tutor and Enlightened Tutor. So right now this would be 18 land plus Mox Emerald plus Black Lotus. That's actually a lot of lands. I can play Armageddon. I can play Soulfire Grandmaster. Not because activate it is so insane, like we can just activate it on like a removal spell or some tutors or anything, but it's a 2-mana 2/2 lifelink that can hold equipment. Maybe that's not that good. Could also just play a Sword of Light and Shadow in the main. Have another equipment to get. It's not that good. Could just play Flicker Wisp as well. Our mana should be fine to cast that. I guess that's better than Soulfire Grandmaster. This Jace might be a little hard to cast also. What if we just like make the mana better by doing this? Like, we did get this Watergrave though, so we have already a fair amount of blue sources. Let's see. Marsh Flats, Bloodstained Mire. So we have 5 blue sources right now. But if I don't play these, I don't really need to play more blue sources. These are just powerful though. Sort by color to kind of find out where we're at. Yeah, I mean, I might as well play these blue cards. They're just so powerful. Can't really pass them up. So this would be 17 lands. Mox Emerald Black Lotus. That looks good to me. So now we need to count the sources of each color and how many we need. Alright, let's just count our blue sources first. I think we just had 5, right? Yeah, 5 blue sources. Let's count our black sources. 1. So 5 blue, 5 black sources. Then how many white sources? We're going to need to play a lot of white. Yeah, see, this Bloodstained Mire does not get white right now. So we only have 3 white sources right now. So we're going to have to play a lot of plains unless we have 5 blue sources, 5 black sources, only 3 white sources right now. So let's say if we play 4-2-2, that'd be 4. So we'd have 7 white sources, 7 blue sources, and 7 black sources. I think that's too many black sources and blue sources. So this would be 9 white sources, 6 blue sources, and 6 black sources. I mean, 6 blue sources for Jace Beleriand's not that many, but we do have Black Lotus. I would definitely want to play blue because we have a Katarina and Sheldock. Those are just good enough on their own. I also have Gonti and Kaya. 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 9, 6, 6. Could also do 8, 8, 7, 6. And just have a little trouble casting this Gonti. Let's go with that. Our mana's a little sketchy, but shouldn't be the end of the world. I always recommend doing this. Just take a screenshot of your list. That way when you have to, oops, let's redo that. That way when you have to vamp tutor or like Enlighten tutor or something like that, it's so easy just to look at your hand or just like look at the rest of your options rather than just think about it. It's so much easier. So I'll see you in round 1. Hey, welcome to round 1. We're against Snow Schwartz, and I would like to be on the play. And I suppose this hand looks fine. Let's see. So what can we actually do here? We do have a Black Lotus, which is pretty insane. We have a tap land. This is interesting because I could not run out a 3-drop on turn 1. I can also go play Shelldock Isle, Black Lotus for black mana, play Porcelain Legionnaire, pay 2 life, Vamp Tutor for something. But then what would I want to even put on top? Because I need more lands. So then I wouldn't really be doing anything else. So I think actually playing a turn 1 Emery seems pretty enticing, because then on my turn 2 I can just cast Black Lotus again. So that's actually what I'm just going to do. So I guess I just start by Shelldocking. So this is actually a snap keep. I didn't really think about Emery plus Black Lotus, but yeah, that's obviously insane. And I think I'll take an Angel over Jace. And then I go Black Lotus, cast Emery. There's no way for me to Porcelain Legionnaire or anything, so I'm just gonna go triple blue, Emery. And if this doesn't get bolted, I'm just in a ridiculously good position. And he just plays a tap land. Alright. So now I go be able to cast Black Lotus, cast it. So now I can cast a Gonti, exile one of those cards. Can I? Yeah, I can cast it, but I can't. Can't play lands. See, I could just play 3/4 mana. I think I kind of like just casting a Gonti. Let's just go with that. Turn 1 Emery, turn 2 Gonti. And if he doesn't deal with Emery next turn, we just get to continue to Black Lotus. Wow, Mana Drain, Walking Ballista, Shelldog Isle, plus Urza. I think we just Urza here. Could have Mana Drained, but with the way our draw is, we just don't really have. I don't think we really have extra just 2 mana up to be able to just leave up Mana Drain. See what our opponent does. Also remember, this was only our turn 2. So, removal spell on Emery. Yep. That's bad for us. So we need to draw some lands now. Okay. Not an ideal land to draw, but could be worse. Attack for 2. Pass the turn. If we draw any land, we can also just put Black Lotus back on top of our library. Excuse me. But now we're not in the best position. I'd say we're still looking alright though. Hopefully we'll be able to just cast this Angel of Sanctions at some point as well. Okay, he's shocked in the Blood Crypt. And then casting Liliana or a Swift End on our guy. Okay. That's funny that this is in his adventure zone. Okay, all we can do is just attack for 2. Leave up Dismember, obviously. Hopefully he just plays a Murder Strider here. Rakdos Signet into Murder Strider. I'll just dismember it. Looks to be the case. Oh, Liliana. Jeez. Okay. Now we're looking to be in a pretty bad spot. There's the library. Not the ideal time to draw it, but I guess we can Academy Ruins back either a Porcelain Legionnaire or a Black Lotus. Most likely Black Lotus. Alright. We're getting close to this Shelldock as well. Because if I just Shelldock a Porcelain Legionnaire, that's not that insane. He can cast a Murderous Rider. He can plus Liliana. If he does, I'm probably just discarding Vamp here. But yeah, I'm planning on end of turning. Just put back Black Lotus. And then on my turn, I suppose, just cast Urza. That plays around Liliana nicely. See what he has. Just discard this Vamp. He discards a land. He's got 3 cards left in hand. Yeah, I'm definitely planning on casting his Urza. Name a non-land card. I wonder if he knows that his Urza's been... Oh, I guess he can name Black Lotus. I mean, I can kill this. He's probably going to name... Yeah, Black Lotus. Okay, that's fine. I think I just put Black Lotus back on top. And then I try to kill this on my turn. Cast Black Lotus. I'm not going to be using library. Just dismember this. And then cast an Urza, I suppose. Does it matter how we tap? I don't think so. Can't cast anything else. Can't use this Shelldock yet. Snap, just flash in Snapcaster. Interesting. Wasn't really expecting that play. I could have not Academy Runes there, but I still think I still think it was right. Looks like we're just up against some like Grixis mid range. Oh wow, that's brutal. Because he gets the Urza back in his hand, and then he draws a card. I don't think it helps to do this, but sure. Just in case. Now he can plus. And we're in a lot of trouble. Is he not going to plus Liliana? I think I just discard Kaya. It's looking pretty bad though. Yeah, I just discard Kaya. Because now if I put back Black Lotus, I don't really have anything left to cast. I think I just need to draw my card. Pass the turn. You can discard this Flicker Wisp. He's going to cast Urza. Then we can Flicker Wisp the token if he doesn't plus the Liliana. Potentially. Looks like he's casting something else. Oh god. Last card, Registar. Yeah, we're going to be dead here. We kept kind of a sketchy hand, relying on this Emery, and then he was able to kill it on his turn too. Really interesting game though, cool game. So if I put Black Lotus on top and draw it, I'm dead. I'm still dead here. Can't do anything. Okay. I mean, his deck seems fine, but it seems not very. It seems like it has mostly good cards, just maybe not that focused. I mean, our deck's not that focused either, but let's see. I think I just run it back. Let's go. Alright, let's be on the play. I think this is actually a mulligan. Like, this hand just doesn't do anything. 5 drop, 4 drop, 5 drop, 3 drop, 4 drop, 2 lands. Yeah, we can do better than this. Alright, this I'll keep. Interesting, interesting. So we can still do the T1 Enlightened Tutor for Black Lotus play, which I think I'm going to do. Keep. Just put back in Academy Runes, I think. Yeah. And then play Plains Go. Plan on Enlightened Tutoring for Black Lotus here. Black Lotus Emery is just pretty sick. Enlightened Tutor. And then we're still going to have Mana Tithe up, which is pretty insane. Get Black Lotus. Untap, draw it. Play Watery Grave untapped. I don't care about the life. Rather just have more mana up. Black Lotus. I could just play Emery not cracking the Lotus right now. I mean, that actually seems really good. If I have to crack it, I will, but I can just play a T2 Emery off my lands and keep the Black Lotus around. And then if I hit like an artifact, I was going to say it'd be really good, but we didn't. We still have Mana Tithe and go for the Throat Up, so. Next turn we just have an insane amount of mana too. So if we draw a Batterskull or anything, it's really good. Alright, opponent has nothing, and we draw a Walking Ballista. Okay, that was a great draw. So I think I'm just gonna Walking Ballista for 3. That way I can just leave up Mana Tithe. I think it's worth it. So I just go add white, cast Black Lotus. This is pretty sick, honestly. Even though we lost the first game, we're still just doing some pretty insane stuff. So this telegraphs that we have something because we're not ballisting for 4, but we've even seen mana drain out of his deck, so this 100% is the right line. Like if he just tries to mana drain this, I just get to Mana Tithe it. It's so good, yeah. Pass the turn. Thing is, he has 7 cards in hand and we have 1. But I can keep Black Lotusing every turn and putting counters on this. Library, not ideal. Do I even want to crack Black Lotus to put a counter on Ballista? I think I do. I'm just going to play Library. I'm going to cast Black Lotus. Cast it. And then I think I'll just put a counter on this and hit for 4. Just greatly increases our clock by putting a counter this turn. If I draw a land next turn, I can just cast Black Lotus and then not crack it. Okay, is this going to be like an Urza or what? Kolaghan's command, killing both of our guys. Wow, that's insane. Because now we can't even cast Ballista again. Now we wish we had the Black Lotus in play. It's looking like we should have just swung for 3, but I was thinking like there's not really like a good card that they're going to play that's going to get them be able to kill both of our creatures here. But there was. Yeah, so now we're in trouble. So our deck was doing some cool stuff, but it's not looking good. Our opponent is at 10. It's just pretty rough. Okay, and Urza, I was going to say not a Planeswalker, so that's good. Just going to kill this now. Let him keep his 1/1. And hopefully we draw gas. Tinker, okay. If we draw like a Mox Emerald or something, it's going to be good. Or if we had the Black Lotus out, it'd be nice. Plays a land. Plays a Sword of Feast and Famine. Okay, so he gets our Tinker and hits us for 4, untaps his lands. Jeez. That's brutal. Interesting that he's playing Sword of Feast and Famine in that deck. Just playing it as a card to play, I guess. Interesting. Animate Dead on the Urza? Sure. It's really good. You can even activate Urza right now. Does. Yeah, I think we're dead. Tap Construct here. It's just a pretty impressive board state. Our opponent's deck is looking pretty insane. Alright, GG's. Got wrecked there. Did some sweet stuff, but just didn't have enough gas to finish the game off. Good game, and I'll see you in round 2. Alright, welcome to round 2. Oh man. We have nothing to do till T3. Can cast at turn 3 Jace Beleren. Opponent mulliganed. In our hand, it is functional, but is it good? I think I'm just going to keep. Opponent mulls to 5. We have a lot of lands, and we can do some stuff. So, good mana. We have Academy Ruins. Maybe we'll draw Black Lotus. Just T1 Jace Beleren and start plussing. It's a pretty sick line, which somebody has done to me. Just T1 Jace Beleren, and they started plussing, and I was like, wow, I cannot deal with that. And I just got milled out. Plus, I just had to discard. I'm just gonna go fetch, and then play these 2 lands here. Oh, that may have been wrong. I may have just should have led with both of these, but it's fine. Saves us life. And I can always just play a plains and then play this tapped if I need to. Watergrave tapped. Shelldock. So now if I play Shelldock, I'm committing to playing Jace and not Flickerwisp. But both of these would then come in tapped. So I can play Concealed Courtyard, then Darkslick, then Plains. See if I play Shelldock, and then Concealed Courtyard, then Plains, I'm fine. I just have to play the Jace next turn. I think it's fine. I'm gonna go for it. I guess Enlightened Tutor. It's pretty bad though. Walking Ballista off Shelldock isn't good. So that's kind of a miss. Our deck's pretty clunky too, can't lie. He's got 4 mana. Chromox, down to 1 card left. Just gonna play a 5-drop. I wish I had this Flicker Wisp perhaps. Beast Within. Nissa. Jeez. Now I just have to play a Jace into that. It's so rough. Alright, I have to do it. To just draw a card and gain 2 life. Pretty bad. Guess I should have just mulled this hand. Our opponent with 0 cards in hand just gonna kill us with Nissa. Oh, there's a Batterskull. Maybe that'll be enough. Can Flicker Wisp, bounce a land next turn. Then play a Batterskull. Hope that's good enough. Okay, our opponent is just gonna hit us for 8 down to 6. And then we get to Flicker Wisp. Oh no, because yeah, if Jace gains 2 life. So we'll still be at 8. Oh, he's just attacking us. He's just leaving the Jace. Interesting, interesting. Alright, well, I'll draw a card. Ooh, there's a Black Lotus. Okay. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So unfortunately, Flicker Wisp returns it at the end step. But I probably... Oh, he's going to make another land. So if I just play Batterskull, then he attacks with everything. I block 1, I go up to 10, and then I take 8. So I survive still. If I Flicker 1 and then block another one, I take 5 down to 1. So I survive with Flicker Wisp as well. But I guess I'm just Batterskulling. Let's go Black Lotus. Crack for white. Play Batterskull. Living Weapon, and then just play a tap land. Pass the turn. So opponent does have a lot of mana because of Nissa passive, but he hasn't drawn anything else, so we're still alive right now. Because if we block 1, go up to 10, take 8 down to 2. So we're still alive for now, but he could just not attack also. Okay. Lodestone Golem. I think I just minus Jace target us. Target player draws. Memory Jar. Okay, it's not going to be great right here, I don't think. So I can... Lands you control have indestructible. That's going to be a problem. Don't really want to flicker the Nissa though. Why don't I attack? Why don't I start by attacking the Nissa with Batterskull? Attack Nissa. He's going to block. If he double blocks, I can flicker the Batterskull. Okay, he's not. Okay, that's good. So now I can go Karakas, Flicker Wisp, target a land. It's going to come back at the end step as just a normal land. And then I'm still alive and Nissa cannot ult. So now I'm actually looking okay. Batterskull getting us back in this game. He drew another land. Wow, he's drawn like 4 lands in a row. That's pretty incredible. He did have what, like a turn 3 Nissa though? So that's pretty insane. Vamp Tutor. So I know he has no cards in hand, so I'm actually in an interesting spot. Because if I just go equip Flicker Wisp with Batterskull, swing at Nissa, I feel like he's like in a really bad spot if I do that. And then I can Vamp Tutor for Treachery or Angel of Sanctions, or like anything basically. Or even I can Vamp Tutor even for Jit. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna play land. I think I want another white source. Just equip Batterskull. 3, 4, 5. Then kill Nissa. Gain 7. And then I plan on end of turning Vamp Tutor. Maybe not for Jit. Maybe I do get Walking Ballista still. I mean, putting Jit on this would be pretty nice. Yeah, he just concedes. Wow, Batterskull got there. I cannot believe we beat that Nissa. I thought we were dead. I think him not killing Jace probably cost him the game. That's a lesson right there. Just kill the Planeswalker. If you just sent Lotus Cobra at Jace, he was out on 2 damage. Probably doesn't really change the clock. And we drew 2 extra cards because he did not want to kill the Jace. So I think our opponent misplayed that time by letting the Jace around. Don't want the Sword of Light and Shadow. I'm just going to run it back. Seems like our opponent ran it back as well. So now this is actually not very good. Because if I Vamp Tutor for Black Lotus, I only have 4 mana on the second turn. And all I can do is really like play a T2 Blade Splicer or something, and I don't really have lands. So I'm just going to mulligan. Alright. I'll have to keep this. I guess I just put back Plains. And hope to draw some gas. Can play a T1 Jit. Or just kill that. Wow, Black Lotus, we didn't really need more mana actually. Just play Dark Slick, Mox Emerald, Black Lotus, and kill this. It's a pretty insane turn 1, but we don't have a follow-up yet. So, not that insane at the moment. Just play a Jit and pass. We have all the mana, so we just got to draw anything basically. Oh, I should have played Watergrave. That was just bad. Opponent goes up to 4 mana, and they play a Portal. Okay, not the scariest 4-drop. Shelldock, not the scariest as well, especially in our deck. Angel of Sanctions is actually one of our better hits, though. Pass the turn. I mean, it doesn't matter what I vote for there. Nissa. Oh, Bribery. I mean, sure, it resolves. I mean, he can't even hit Angel, so he can hit like Gonti. There's nothing else really that good. I guess Stoneforge. So Gonti, Stoneforge, Blade Splicer. This is why Bribery can be like mediocre. I mean, it's still good here, obviously, but it's not like game over. I think the best thing he can get is Gonti, which is pretty good. We'll see what he does. Yeah, it gets Gonti. And I'm not going to know what he has gotten yet. So he has this card. Alright, there's a Kaya. I mean, I'm just casting it. And then I just plus exile his graveyard, pass the turn. He can cast our card from exile if he wants. Start attacking Kaya. We'll try to work our way towards this Shelldock here. Lucranos, not great for us. And attacks us. Yeah, see, he should just be attacking Kaya still. It's like, why just let it take up in loyalty? There's Academy. Oops, I gotta use Kaya. I'm gonna just exile this. Vote for Carnage, why not? Master of the Wild Hunt. Okay, we don't have any Wrath, so this is starting to look pretty bad here. Okay, he is gonna kill the Kaya. Don't think we can come back. I'm just gonna concede. He's drawing two cards a turn, and we just flooded out there. Yeah. Okay. Just, I guess Armageddon looked decent there, but I'm just gonna run it back. Try to do our thing. I feel like his deck's not very good. Maybe our deck's not very good either. At least pretty inconsistent. Let's just open a library for once. Alright, let's go first. And we open a library. So I'll probably just start librarying over playing Stoneforge. Start drawing. So go up to 7. I drop to 8. Then I play a land. Pass the turn. Library on the draw is also obviously better than library on the play, but still pretty good. Fauna Shaman, sure. So now I get to go 7 cards. I guess I get to just go cast Stoneforge. As long as he doesn't have Force of Will, then I just get to library on his end step. I don't have to discard. Get Batterskull. Pass. I get to library again. Have Batterskull plus Jit. Fast Bond. Okay, that can do something. Okay, what does he have? We took a turn off from playing Stoneforge to stay in library. So, see what he can do. Fauna Shaman, I guess, kind of scary. Let's draw. Okay, there's a Lodestone Golem. Don't think that's good. So I can play a Jit and then plan on putting in Batterskull. I think that's my best line. I think I'm going to Marsh Flats as well. Just going to crack now. Get Plains. Play Jit. Plan on activating Stoneforge. Discard Progenitus. Tutor for Rex Sage. Okay, so he can Rex Sage our Jit, but he can't Rex Sage our Batterskull this turn because I can put it in at the end of his turn. So yeah, that's annoying, but there's nothing we can do. Search for tomorrow and play Rex Sage. Sure. unfortunate, especially that we played the Jit, but it was just too mana efficient to pass up. Okay, that resolves. So I could draw with Library, but I'm gonna put in Jit now. I need to like actually take some relevant game actions. Put in Batterskull. Untap, and there's a Vamp Tutor. Not sure how good Vamp is anymore. So I have a couple lines. I can just play an Angel of Sanctions, target Fauna Shaman. I think I like that. It seems hard for his deck to deal with. And even if he does, his Fauna Shaman will have Summoning Sickness. Alright, let's do it. Takes us out of Library, but puts us really far ahead. Yes. I'm going to hit with both. If he wants to trade Rexage for Stoneforge, he can. Yeah, he snap does it. Okay. Makes us harder to rebuy Batterskull essentially, but I think it's worth it. We can also consider to vamp on our upkeep if we need to for a removal spell. Harmonize? Yeah, that's not scary at all. I just don't care about that. I guess with Fast Bond, yeah, he's doing something. Ancient Tomb, wow. But does he have anything else? He's taking a lot of damage, and is he going to go down to 11 when I have 7 power? So do I want to vamp for anything? I don't think so, because I'm probably just casting a big Ballista here. I'm just going to attack. Play a Ballista on 3. Beast Within on Batterskull. I mean, I can just bounce Batterskull to my hand if I want, but this way I get a 3/3. I think I'm just going to let this resolve. Gives me a 3/3, yeah, my Batterskull dies, but then he still has a 3/3 to contend with. He's down at 8. This Ancient Tomb is looking a little sketchy for him. Let's see, so I have 4, 5, 6 mana. Suppose I'm just playing Lodestone Golem and not even playing Ballista. I think it makes it that the hardest for him to do stuff. Just tap like that. Play Lodestone. Pass the turn. Now even if he wants to cast his Search for Tomorrow, he has to pay 1. Yeah, I think not saving the Batterskull was correct there, because that allowed us to deploy another threat. Otherwise, if we just saved it, we're just really taking the long game. Like, what can we even vamp for here that's good? I mean, we can vamp for Treachery, potentially, depending on what he does. Or a removal spell. Or, excuse me, or we've already used Jit, I guess, or Kaya, or, I mean, okay, Nissa, sure. Play another land, 1 card in hand, sure. 4 mana. Is he just dead? We can just vamp for another removal spell. 4 mana, 6 mana. He's probably like, oh shoot, that doesn't save me against his board. Especially like I have like a bunch of answers in hand. I'm just gonna Vamp for Dismember here. Just to be safe, I think. And then he concedes. Okay, so we got a match, and 1-1. I'll see if I can steal the 2-1 as per usual this time around. Hello, we're 1-1 in this vintage cube draft, and we're gonna keep this hand because we have a turn 1 library on the draw. It's just so good. Let's see if my statement holds up of when you have turn 1 library, you just basically never lose. It's looking to be pretty good here. If he's the white weenie, we can cast removal spells and stay in library that way without discarding. He's just playing lands and not really doing much. Ooh, Enlightened Tutor's a good one actually because we can just Enlightened Tutor for Black Lotus and then stay in library that way. That was a good draw actually. So now I just go Plains, Enlightened Tutor. I could even get Black Lotus now, but I don't think I need to draw it yet. Would I rather have Mox Emerald? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think I just want Black Lotus. Pass the turn. Plan on drawing the Black Lotus at end of turn. This is just insane. Just a Howling Mind that can't be countered, can't be messed with. Alright, Geist is fine. We'll draw. And we drew Mox Emerald. Wow. So, what's the line? I have 3, 4, 5, 6 mana essentially, because I'm going to want to draw another card. So I can Ballista on 3. Or I can just play a Batterskull. I like just playing Batterskull. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play Swamp, Mox Emerald, Black. God damn it! I missed the library there. That's huge. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana now. Now if I play another card, I kind of go out of library. Oh man, that's huge. It's really bad. So important to stay in library. Well, I just misplayed horribly, but I'm just going to play Batterskull. Leave up Go for the Throat. Certainly not ideal. May have just cost us the game, but we'll see. I may be a little too dramatic here. We're still looking fine. May have even been correct just to go out of library there, but probably not. I needed to go like land, Mox, tap library, draw, then play Black Lotus, then play Batterskull, leave up 1 mana. That's not what I did. So if he doesn't have like a way to answer Batterskull itself, not the germ, then we're in fine shape still, because I mean Batterskull's pretty insane. Lumbering Falls, it's good. Phantasmal Image. I don't think he knows how this works. Is he going to copy Germ or Geist? Yeah, that doesn't work. I feel like he thought this was a Phyrexian Metamorph or something that could copy Batterskull, but now he's just going to make a 0. This is a 0/0. It just gets +4/+4 from the equipment on it. So this is just going to die, or it's going to kill his own Geist, so this doesn't work at all. Yeah, that was just, I mean, I misplayed, but yeah, my opponent says mistake. I made mistakes too, it happens. There's a land tax, which is not active. Oh, we can just exile a land tax with Kaya. That's pretty insane. guess I want to just play tap land plus Kaya. Just sucks that we just went out of library for no reason. Just gonna attack. Play this. Play Kaya, exile land tax. Kaya's been good for me. Just because there is a lot of one or less costed permanents that people play. Oh, Mirari's Wake. Alright, that's pretty good. Not sure if it's going to be enough still, though. Alright, Academy Ruins is actually another nice one. Just going to attack plus Kaya. I'll just exile that. Play Academy Ruins, and I think play Ballista on 3. Pass the turn. Let's put some on a pretty quick clock. Yeah, he just conceded. Okay, so we made a pretty bad misplay, but so did our opponent. So I'll call it even on that one. Let's go game 2. Yeah, just again, not going to sideboard. Just going to run it as is. Felt like we did the coolest stuff in match 1 and we lost, and now we're looking better. Well, not with this hand, but I meant our deck is functioning better. But we'll mulligan, and we'll keep. Turn 2 Batterskull, turn 3 Tinker. Just put back Dismember. That will allow us to for sure Tinker if we need, although we probably won't. Alright, I'm gonna play Black Lotus here. Just plays around some type of counterspell that could target Black Lotus. I don't know. I'd just rather get the mana down. Oh, now we can revoke her name Black Lotus. You can tinker away the Black Lotus and get like Jar though. So that was unfortunate that we took this line, but at least we have the Tinker. And our opponent only has a 2-1, so they're playing a Geist here. Maybe. They Snapgot Island, so it's looking like it. Recruiter for Geist. Okay. And I'll just tinker, I believe, for Jar. Yeah, there's nothing else that we want. See if he gets Geist or something else. Yeah, Geist. Now that I know he has Revoker, I obviously would have run out the Black Lotus ahead of time. There's Walking Ballista. Okay, interesting. So I can tinker for Jar, or I can just Ballista on 1, pass the turn. And then that's pretty good against the Revoker. I'm just going to do it. Because then that frees up my Black Lotus. Then I can just play Angel of Sanctions or Batterskull. Not even going to kill it right now. Just going to wait. I mean, a Memory Jar here is not that insane because I'm behind on board. So now I can just block Recruiter, shoot Revoker. I guess it's a little risky, but I don't think there's any pump spells or anything. Just saves 1 damage. Now he can play a Geist. It's fine. Sure. Geist plus land tax. Yeah, land tax not looking great. Alright. So I can use my Black Lotus to play a Batterskull. I can play an Angel of Sanctions targeting something, but there's nothing that good to target. I can play a Gonti, leaving a couple mana floating. It's kind of tempting. Then if I draw any land, I can still cast Batterskull. But I think casting Batterskull just seems better. So I also have Academy Ruins out. So let's just go white. Let's just tap like this. Play Batterskull, pass the turn. I think this is just the safest line. Seems bad because now next turn we can't really cast any spells. But if we draw a land, we're fine. We can also just Academy Ruins back Black Lotus, and then for sure be able to cast Gonti. So, see what he does. Parallax Wave can kill our Germ over and over. That's annoying. Now we get hit for a bunch. Alright. Wow, Gonti isn't really doing it. And if I Academy Ruins, I can't Angel of Sanctions. I'm just going to draw my card here. Nice. Because now I can Angel of Sanctions the Parallax Wave. And he can't really deal with that. He can kill his own Recruiter and get it back, but that's fine. Do we even kill Parallax Wave? I think I do. So if he wants to exile Angel in response, then Angel just comes back. Does this go infinite? So he does it. Oh, this doesn't work. Oh no, this works. So now I just say no to this, I think. Oh no, because I could exile this permanently. Interesting, interesting. It's actually very interesting. Oh, until it leaves the battlefield. So it already has left the battlefield. So if I exile Parallax Wave, it just comes back essentially. Or I don't even think I can. Oh, he's exiling his own Recruiter. But I'm not even using. Even if I use it, it doesn't remove it now. So I'm still getting hit for 6 here, but there's nothing I can do. So I maybe just be dead to Parallax Wave. We'll see. Monastery Mentor, sure. So I get hit for 6, down to 5. Then if I play Gonti, he just exiles it. So that doesn't work. So I'm dead here. I have nothing. So if I go get Lodestone Golem. Oh no. If I get Gonti, I'm still taking 6. Oh man. I have to just do this. Just play Gonti and hope. Because if he uses the last counter on Parallax Wave, all my stuff comes back. Well, unfortunately, this is a little too slow. Let's just hope he somehow misplays. Exile my Gonti right now. It should save me if he does. Okay, he doesn't. Yeah, so I'm dead. Just died to Geist. I'm not sure if I could have played around that. The Parallax Wave was insane. Insane follow up to the Geist. Sylvan Library. Something we saw off the Gonti. Thran Dynamo, sure. Just making a 4/4. See if he like doesn't attack with Geist somehow. He does. Alright, we're dead. That sucked. The Parallax Wave just wrecked us. There's nothing we could have really targeted that well. Just gonna run it back again. We got this. Run the play. And I think we can actually do better than this. This one I'll have to keep. I can keep putting back a land or a Gonti. I suppose I'm putting back a land. So I can cast Jace. Just play a Shelldock. Get a Jar. We haven't really drawn Jar at all yet. We play the tap land. We're gonna plan on getting Watery Grave with that. Hopefully play something we can just kill with Go for the Throat. For us to kill something and then go untap and play Jace would be ideal for us. Perfect. So we get Watery Grave, pay 2, Go for the Throat this, then untap and play Jace. Could go Jace plus here, honestly, but I'm going to just Jace minus. I think we're in a good position. Just play Plains. Jace minus. Don't really want to bail him out of any potential rough situation he could be in. Kai is a fine draw as well. Another Geist. Oh, Narset. Okay. Narset's good against Jace. I can't even plus the Jace because then he just gets to draw a card. So I'm just gonna go Plains Gonti. Oh my god, I just misplayed again. Sorry guys, I needed to play second Black Source. Brutal. Now all I can do is play a Kaya. Pretty bad, pretty bad. What was even the card he revealed? Land tax? It's fine. You can just Kaya that. Oh man, needed to play Gonti that turn. So huge. Just a massive mistake. So now I can't even pressure the Narset. Misclicks just like that feels so bad. Miss on the Narset. Was it a miss? Yeah. Just didn't use Narset essentially. Alright, well there's the swamp. Man, just brutal. I mean, hopefully we hit something different that's really good. Force of Will? No. Okay. Gonti for Ancestral Recall? Don't mind if I do. I can just cast it right now. Oh no, I can't. Because of Narset. Narset is just crushing me. I can't even Ancestral or Parallax Wave. I can't even Ancestral or Sylvan Library. I can Parallax Wave though, which I think I'm going to do. I think that leaves me the safest. Because I can't actually Ancestral versus Narset. It's insane. I could take it and like hope to kill that, but I think Parallax Wave is better. Then I just plus this. Gonna exile my own graveyard. Pass. So now if he plays any creature that I can wave, that'd be ideal, so I can kill Narset and start drawing cards. Not playing Naganti the turn I played the Coyote was just absolutely massive. 6 mana, Sun Titan. Don't return anything. Okay, well that can be waived. So we're looking okay now. Assuming we can resolve wave, which I think we can, we get to exile Sun Titan, kill Narset, draw an extra card. Oh, plow. Jeez. Now we don't even get to kill Narset. Land tax. Okay, well we can kill land tax. God, this Narset is just fucking wrecking us. This is a memory jar. That could actually be good. Just gonna play Karakas. Play wave. I think I'm just gonna use it now. Minus kill this, and then don't use Jace. Alright, what's he got? Monastery Mentor? Sure. Let's start killing tokens if I want. It's not legendary though. Fading. Man, just another land. It's not good. Just gonna play this fetch land. Plus the Kaya, target that. Gonna have to use this Parallax Wave to save the Jace, I think. I think it's worth. Maybe not, because it's keeping the Sun Titan locked down for longer. We'll see. I think it is worth it. Still have a couple more turns playing it this way. Just fetch on my upkeep. Get land. Fade. Black Lotus, not good. Let's exile that. Play a land. Play a Black Lotus. See if we can draw a Ballista. Alright, looks like our opponent doesn't do anything. Fade down to 0, so we gotta draw something soon. Land, wow. So this only hits players. So all I can do is plus, no targets. Play an Academy Ruins, pass. That's all I can do. Then next turn he gets his creatures back. Recruiter of the Guard, okay. Man, that Gonti play probably cost us. Not necessarily. We don't know what we would have hit because he shuffled in between essentially off of Narset. But it would have been, I think, a lot harder for him. Seemed to be misclicking a lot. Let's see. What's he going to get? A Muldrifter. Alright, I mean, that's really good. Cast Muldrifter, draws. We're going to want a memory draw on our turn anyway, but I think we cast it on his turn. I probably should have cast in response to that. Oh no, I can't even jar with Narset out there. Wow. Never thought Narset would be just sticky around that long. Because Kaya cannot hit Planeswalkers, right? Yeah, player. Doesn't say player or Planeswalker. So do I have an answer to Narset? Probably not. Flickerwisp. Okay, that technically is. Let's go for it. So I'll just lead on Flickerwisp. You just tap like this. Flickerwisp, and then I'm going to target Narset. Maybe I shouldn't have tapped Academy Ruins because I can try to get back Memory Jar somehow and mill them out. Exile Narset. Then I think I draw 7 now. No, it's play a land. Sack. Each player exiles their hand, draw 7. Okay, there's some stuff. Gotta think about this carefully. We only have this turn to play then. So I'm definitely playing Mox. I can Tinker for Batterskull. I can Treachery the Sun Titan, untapping the Academy Ruins as well. So lead on Mox. So I can go Treachery Sun Titan to lead off. Because that's essentially free. Why don't I start with that? 2, 3, 4, 5. Treachery this. Oh, I could also vamp for something. Not sure what I would want to vamp for. Ancestral, target himself. Trigger Mentor. Sure. It's actually pretty close to dead to a another Memory Jar activation here because he goes down to 8 cards. Okay, so I think I can kill him actually. I think I got this. Watch this play. Watch this play. I think I have it planned out in my head. I'm gonna just try to continue with the play here. Untap 5 lands. Let's go untap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then let's think about this. I was gonna Academy Ruins, Memory Jar back on top of my library. Then I'm gonna plus Jace. So we each draw a card. He draws down to 7. And then I crack Jar again. He draws down to 0. And then he on his turn, on his upkeep, he dies. I'm gonna go for it. Put an artifact back on top. Put Memory Jar back on top. This is pretty dope. Put Memory Jar back on top. Plus Jace. Each player draws. Crack Black Lotus. 3, 4, 5. Play Memory Jar. I suppose I want to just play Emery now to be safe. Play Emery. Crack Memory Jar. And I can actually also just alt Kaya right now. Hit him for 19. Because he has 19 cards in exile. He has 0 cards in library as well. So now I can just 19 him with Kaya. Wow. That was a pretty insane turn. That was the power of Memory Jar right there. So after a couple misplays, we ended up sneaking out the 2-1 as usual. that deck was pretty sick. I hope you enjoyed some of those plays, especially in game one when we lost, because we had some sick Black Lotus Emery draws, which I thought would be even better, but they kind of fizzled. But that last play was just unbelievable. If you like the content, there should be a subscribe button down here. You can subscribe to Snapbolt. That helps me a lot. It's youtube.com/Snapbolt. And I really appreciate you watching. Till next time.